Basically, what we are set out to do is very simple. Just like the name implies, what we want to ensure is that the church votes. Over the past 6 months, we have been traveling around Nigeria to every state in the 6 geopolitical zones, from Borno State to Sokoto State to Delta State, Lagos, Anambra State. We have been everywhere you can literally imagine. Wherever you are from right here, I can assure you that we have been to your state. And we have a very simple challenge in every state. And that's the fact that the majority of Christians are not ready to vote or are not willing to vote. And that's why we are here today. If I take a simple survey right now, I'm going to prove this to you. If you know you have registered as a voter, please lift your hands. This is a good number. But if you know, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Now, if you know you have just the temporary and you don't have the permanent voter's card, put your hands down. You see, it's going to keep reducing. Now, if you know where you registered and where you registered is where you're going to be during the elections, lift it up. If you know where you registered is not where you're going to be during the elections, put your hands down. So you see the number keeps reducing. There are at least 10,000 of us present during this event. But from the little survey that we've taken right now, you can see very clearly that we are not ready to vote. And it's a big challenge. The Bible has told us that righteousness exalts a nation. And we are the embodiment of righteousness in Nigeria. There is no greater gathering of righteousness than the gathering of the people of God anywhere. And the truth is, if we do not express this righteousness, bad things are going to happen in our society. If I ask every one of us here what's our dream and plans for Nigeria, you're going to rightly tell me that you want Nigeria to be a great nation. You are working towards Nigeria being a great nation. We are praying towards Nigeria being a great nation. But if we don't take actions towards it, bad things are going to happen in Nigeria. If you do not vote, we are going to put leaders that will marginalize righteousness in Nigeria. If you do not vote, we are going to have leaders that are going to institute oppression in Nigeria. So therefore, it's very important that each and every one of us participates in the electoral process. And what we can do is very, very simple. There are various steps to it. But the first step is to tell yourself that you have to be a registered voter. Now, if you do not believe that the church in Nigeria can make an impact, I'm going to prove you wrong right now. There are at least 180 million Nigerians. 90 million of those are Nigerians. 90 million of 180 million is how many? How many percent? How many? 50%. So half of the country are Christians. Out of that 90 million, 45 million are eligible to vote. 45 million of 180 million is how many percent? 25%. Now, in an election, for the past 4 elections, the number for the winning president has been around 13 million thereabouts. Now, 45 million and 13 million are not even comparable numbers in the first place. In other words, if at least 20 million Christians in Nigeria, not even the full 45 million, if at least 20 million Christians in Nigeria vote for a candidate, will that candidate be a winner, yes or no? We have the power, don't we? But we have to make this happen. In 2016, President Donald Trump of the United States of America was not the favorite to win the election. Those of us that follow the elections, you know that very well. Who was the favorite candidate? Hillary Clinton, right? She was the U.S. Secretary of State. Her husband was a past president in the United States. She knew more about politics than President Donald Trump could even think about. But guess what? I was an analyst in that election. I'm a policy analyst, so I do analysis for elections and things like that. Now, people said that Hillary will win because she has the popular black votes. People said that she's going to win because she has the popular white votes. People said she's going to win because she had the US cabal behind her. But there is one demography that nobody factored in. You know what that demography is? The church. Lo and behold, 2016 election, 92% of the church in the US, 92%, that is over 100 million, came out to vote for President Donald Trump. It was a landslide victory. Now, let me tell you something. In 2019, we believe that not the cabal in Nigeria, not the political elite in Nigeria, not the richest politician in Nigeria, but the church can decide the vote come 2019. I want you to be excited about the potential of the church in Nigeria. But now, this is what you are going to do. It is all talk and beautiful when we sit down here and think about it. But we have to do something about our votes. And this is what I encourage each and every one of us here to do. There is a saying that everyone is 6 people away from every other person in the world. Now imagine that if we are 10,000 in this place, imagine how many Christians we can reach if you choose to take action. Now let me assume that each and every one of us here are not related to each other. So your brother is not here, your sister is not here, okay? And let's say you have 10 people in your family. So 10,000 times 10. You know how many that is? How many? 100,000. Now let's assume that your families and friends are working in an office that have at least 30 people. And let us say those out of those 30, 15 of them are Christians. So if from here, every one of us will send a message to our relatives right now, asking them, have you gotten your voter's card? Please go and get your voter's card. And everybody in your family gets their voter's card. And everybody in their office gets their voter's card. And everybody in your church gets their voter's card. We can have at least 30 million people, 30 million Christians come out to vote in the following election. So this is what I encourage each and every one of us to do. As you hear this right now, don't just be excited by it. Take action about it. Look for the nearest polling registration center to you, wherever you are. Make sure that that registration center is the place you are going to vote during the coming election. Peradventure, it's not where you are going to vote. I want to give you good news. You can transfer your votes. And these are the ways you can do it. Yesterday we addressed most of the youth leaders here. So I believe each and every one of us is under these people. When you leave, put pressure on your leader. If you know you want to transfer your votes, if your voter's card, if you know you do not have your voter's card, if you know that you want to get the permanent voter's card instead of a temporary one alone, put pressure on your youth leaders. They are all behind me right now. They are looking at you, you are looking at them. Don't just call them pastor and leaders for nothing. Put pressure on them that, please, I want to get my voter's card. And Church Must Vote has said that they can help us. How can we help you? We have a website, and it is www.thechurchmustvote.org. That's our website. And on social media, our handles are at The Church Must Vote. Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You can bring out your phones right now and follow us and like our comments and like everything we are doing on our pages. And if you have any questions, please channel them to thechurchmustvote2019@gmail.com. thechurchmustvote2019@gmail.com. Whatever questions you have, whatever way you think we can assist you to get your voter's card, we are going to be very, very happy to do so. I want to encourage each and every one of us here, if we take Nigeria as our responsibility and we have our voter's card, not just want to have it, but actually have it, the church can decide the vote come 2019. It's possible, and I believe in what we can do. Thank you very much.